group chat as well as an arbiter and 1800 strength as well.
Yeah.
I like G3 to basically develop his roots.
So if this other team doesn't come, then we could check the other match as well.
And the reason that we only got a couple days was because apparently my opponent just got a new job.
Okay.
And he has training of that job all week.
All 4 of them are online. So I'm actually gonna unfollow Jarl.
That sounds like a good idea.
This next match could start at any point. Okay, so I am not going to watch further Jarl matches. We are gonna maybe monitor the other match as well. That's Motopony and StrelokMasterok versus Catpawn and baokhoa. I don't want to follow them, but I'm gonna kind of check the bug
Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, check the list of matches going on in Bughouse. Oh, actually, it looks like their match has started. So I guess I'll pull this up while we wait. This is game 1 of the match that we're not covering. StrelokMasterok and Motopony versus baokhoa2k10 and catpawn25. So it's basically a team of 1700s versus a team of 1300s.
I do think this is the less interesting match.
Yeah.
In general, I'm hoping to see a 1900 team against 1700 team at this stage.
Okay. Yeah, it's surprising that a team of 1300s was able to progress. But honestly, what happened a lot of times is that there were teams who entered the tournament that just went MIA and did not schedule their matches or were completely unresponsive. And in that case, they would beat out higher rated teams. Or sorry, the responsive teams would beat out higher rated unresponsive teams.
And there were also teams who just played one match, lost it, and then stopped.
Yeah.
Some people didn't play because they were muted and they were unable to communicate with anyone.
Yeah.
Others,
but things have been going much smoother at this
time.
Okay, we're gonna close out of this game because now we are
started?
They have started. So I see what you mean.
Yeah.
This is an international master and a candidate master.
Against the team of 700s.
Against the team of 700s. So maybe this is more lopsided than the other one.
How is a team of 700s through?
That's a great question. But
I have to look that up.
It's probably what we just talked about. That.
Yeah, I think it is.
Milky Jelly says, "Well, this match seems fair."
I'll see if I can look it up.
Apparently, the team of 700s finished second in their group. I'm gonna add some titles to my my stream title here.
Do you know the challenge link for the group stages?
Yeah. Well, isn't it the same? I think it's the same one for the under 2000 section. I mean, I linked to my article, which then links to the challenge link.
Yeah, that works.
But I think the challenge bracket starts in the final stage tab, but you can go to the group stage to see what happened there.
Oh yeah, it's the same one as the first one time. For the under 2000, yeah. No, it looks like it was actually real how they advanced. There were 4 teams in this group with 3 wins. And this team...
Yeah, it looks like they advanced on tiebreak.
Yeah. So it was like rock, paper, scissors. These 3 teams beat each other once and lost to the other team.
Yeah, but
And then
they
they
won
won the
they
most
won
games.
more games. Yeah, 24 games as opposed to 16 games. Looks like.
Okay.
Whereas the
So
number
that's
one
good news.
team just beat everyone in the group.
Yeah.
This was Group AB. So for
C4 now?
those in my stream who are interested, it's the 700 team came from Group AB in here in the challenge bracket. Yeah, so it looks like the IM is about to checkmate.
C3 next? Or A, there it is.
A lot of ways to checkmate.
Made in 2.
If this match goes very quickly, we might be able to pick up the other match in progress.
I do expect that to happen. I chose this match because I knew Shuvalov was 1900. I had no idea that the position would be this low rated.
Yeah, and this is
Don't like D3 at all. Might be a mouse slip. Maybe you want a D4.
And this is a team of titled players. So sometimes there's titled players who just love Bughouse, but it seems to be the case here, and is often the case. There's titled players who are like, oh, okay, pawn is quite good for f7. Titled players who are good at chess and don't play Bughouse very often, and it's good to see them get more involved. His partner sacked a knight for that pawn, which I think was worth it anyway. Oh, knight mates, and he's taking a knight. That's great coordination
He
on their
was
part.
attacking both knights at the same time.
Yeah, so I think I didn't see any communication in the chat, so I'm assuming they are in a call together.
Yeah. But f6 is just evidence that... It was Forza, I think. No, it was Firecracker. Doesn't know how weak or how important the f7 square can be.
Yeah, and we might see very quick games if they're able to sack attack on f7 almost every game. Oh, and he's doing it. Oh,
Knight
and did not
c3,
take back.
Firecracker.
Yeah, for Shuvalov, I would just withdraw this bishop to like b3.
Yeah, I agree.
That's okay as well, but it actually gives him the rook file, so
it's very
not be my
selfish to not
preference.
take on f7, and it was actually safe to take it.
Yeah.
Artem is now just taking g2.
Just put pawn at e6, perhaps.
That's why he should have played knight c3 first. Artem is 94 now.
Yep.
Maybe we should just go to the other match, because this is not going to be fun.
Do you want to switch to the other one? We can do that if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. We're gonna switch to the other match then. Let me prepare.
This is just David against Goliath.
Yeah, I think David is gonna lose in this situation though. Okay. We're gonna
I'm
switch.
willing to bet money that they are not going to win a game.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
They could play 50 games in a row and it would be 50-0.
Okay, so we're gonna try watching the other game. All right. So the current score is 2-0, favoring Motopony and StrelokMasterok, who are the higher rated team. Motopony and StrelokMasterok are both from the Ukraine, I believe, and they're rated 1650 to 1700-ish. Their opponents are 1300s from, is this Vietnam? Yeah, from Vietnam. And we see
Still
there was a
looking for
sack
them
on
in the list.
F7. Yeah, you could just type follow in the chat.
Type.
The /follow space Motopony should work.
Okay, so /follow and then the name.
Yeah.
I've never done that, but it sounds like a good tip.
Yeah, I'm used to days of the command line because I'm a boomer. So I'm used to typing things rather than just clicking on things.
Yeah.
It's often faster. This is interesting. Strelok might want to just take the knight, and he's doing it. Yeah.
Why would you not take on e6?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Well, now he's taking an e6. Yeah, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, after e takes f6, Bao could have taken on f6 with his knight, and that would have defended the e6 pawn with his bishop on c8.
So Strelok would like some more feed, but he could just take the bishop while he waits.
Yeah, I think he will, because Motopony is just going for mate now.
Yeah, I think just king takes bishop followed by knight c3, and then you're threatening knight d4. You could always throw in like h4, get that rook lift. There's a lot of options. Okay, well
Yeah,
now
maybe rook f1.
yeah, rook f1 is reasonable. You could also bring the bishop back, but I think rook f1 is better. Even king
I
king
slightly
e2.
favored, instead of this, because now king d2 and it's not forced mate, what I would have done instead of knight e3 was rook e1 there. That forces queen takes e1 and then you go knight e3. Then the king cannot go to e1 anymore because there's already a white piece on that square. And after king g1, queen g2 is mate.
Well, Motopony has mate here with...
How is it made after king d2?
Oh, I was
Well,
going to
now it's
say...
mate, yeah. If cat pawn doesn't take on f1 but instantly goes to d2,
Oh,
then I
yeah,
don't see mate by force.
I guess you're right. I was considering like knight g2, but you're right. It was... Yeah, well, anyway, this mates, so doesn't need to worry about
Rule
it.
number 1 of Baokhoa2k10, I'm always right.
You are always right. Okay, so Strelok can just stall. They are up time. Our score is
Didn't you say
now...
it was 2-1?
No. I think I said it was 2-0, and now it's 3-0.
Oh, okay. Then I probably just misheard you.
Or maybe I misspoke. I'm not sure, but the correct score right now is 3-0.
We have compositions, which is not really in the spirit of most under 2000 games, where 4 players are actually all safe.
That is
Sounds
very
weird.
odd. Yeah.
Yeah, how is everybody safe?
Well, Strelok, I would like if he developed his king's bishop. Maybe he's going to be motivated to do that now with bishop e2. If bishop
I
takes
think I would have
knight...
played f3 instead of bishop e2. Because this gap that he has right now on the g2 square is, in my opinion, more
I
important
you
than the gap he would have had after f3.
You're right in this case, but just on general principle, whenever I see an undeveloped king's bishop, I just encourage people to develop it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So I saw that
I
was
do
one
think
way
it's
to
the
do
most
it.
logical move to play because of what you said, and everybody knows how important it is.
That the problem is everybody does not know.
Everybody
A lot of
knows
people
the
do not know.
f2 square is important.
Everybody over the rating of 1600 knows how important it is to develop your king's bishop, but there are many people who are 1300 who do not realize how important that is. Thank you for the follow from Bisar Annie. Really appreciate it.
Sometimes in positions like this where I'm afraid g2 pawn is going to be weak, I leave the bishop on f1 and put my queen on e2.
I understand that, but when you do that, your queen can get attacked, and it's harder to develop your bishop in general. So Strelok is on the attack.
Yeah, in that specific situation, I'm just not trying to develop the bishop. I'm just using it as a defender.
Strelok needs
of course, it really depends on
Strelok needs material from his partner, though. He is up about 5 seconds. It looks like his partner is going to get maybe a knight and a bishop.
Knight isn't doing much,
right? Bishop
but the
is
bishop
doing
is
a little
going to be
bit.
good.
Not even
because now king g7, and then he probably takes an f6.
Yeah. Bishop takes knight, and then there could be
there.
Right, because if queen takes, then you're gonna have a knight fork on h4.
h5.
Yeah, h5. My bad.
And if you go for king f6, unless a queen or a bishop comes, you are safe to run to e7 and e8 with your king.
Motopony should play something like knight c6 to prevent his rook from hanging, and also threaten like knight e5.
Yeah. A knight h5 here is a decent move, but black is pretty safe here after taking h5. I don't like taking d8 here. I would have taken on f4 with the knight. But now
queen g4 maybe to threaten knight at h5.
That's a good move.
Yeah, that's
I really
a very
like
good move.
bishop h5. I didn't see it yet.
Maybe queen.
I really like it.
Queen g5. Oh, okay.
No, I agree with this. Now queen g5.
Now
Although
he needs
need
some
more pieces.
More material. Yeah, there's a pawn for him.
I was thinking pawn f6 and then maybe the
right. That's better for
h6
sure.
squares for the knight. Yeah, now the only active black piece is gone. Knight takes.
Ooh, the queen.
Or
oh, okay. Yeah, that's knight takes h7.
Yeah, and then you can go back. Worst case scenario.
Ooh,
Or you promote with check.
Knight takes h7 is the move. He's got to find it.
Yeah, and then king e8, pawn f7. Or this even better.
This works. No, that.
Yeah, now it's mate.
That works too. Okay.
Okay, that was chaos in the end.
Yeah,
it's mate if you go to h7.
Right. It gives a knight, but it still works.
Yeah, Bao could have defended his knight on e7 with his rook by capturing the knight, but he would have half a second left on the clock, so he was flagged next move anyway.
So our score is now 4-0, and it is 1st to 9 with a win by 2 condition.
Cat pawn does have a good position here.
Yeah, he has decent development. He's attacking the dark squares.
And actually, Bao also has a good position. Although that king on e7 is not correctly placed. That king should have been on g8 for sure.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Like pawn at
now
h6.
Pawn yeah, exactly. And then if black takes on h6, we are completely ignoring that pawn on h6. We are going for a g7 check. Of course, you knew that, but the majority of the watchers probably didn't.
So Strelok should ignore this and attack. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Now Strelok is in a lot of trouble.
Queen c4. That was attacking the bishop, and it was threatening mate in 1.
Yeah, would have been a good move for sure.
But yeah, Motopony really wanted that bishop, wanted a bishop to put on f6. Now it's
He
just,
did.
yeah,
Motopony is
he didn't
in
get it.
a lot of trouble. So a pawn for g7 would be good. Another idea
Or even a
is
knight
knight at
there.
g7 and then bishop at at f6.
Yeah, and if the bishop was taken on f6, Motopony would be mated by queen f8.
Oh, this is a decent sequence as well.
Strelok is really hurting his partner with bishop takes f7, followed by just attacking badly. If he attacked well after it, he could have fixed his mistake,
Knight takes
but
knight.
he didn't.
Knight takes knight here looks decent.
Yeah,
Cat
I
pawn
like
has
d4.
a fantastic position.
Yeah. And Bao can maybe play something like knight h4 in the near future, or knight f4. I'm expecting pawn d4.
Knight at f6 or new bishop or pawn at b7 maybe. Yeah, this is decent as well. You can take that.
Isn't this pretty much made by force?
Looks like it.
You take it, then you go pawn a6.
Yep.
King b8 is then not an option because you play knight d7
Yeah,
here.
knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn is just crushing. Knight takes
And if
d7.
king c8 was played, then you play pawn b7, and you
He might
also
not see this move though. This is
yeah,
a
true.
little bit of a hard move to see. If he sees this move, then they just win.
Yeah.
Oh, he
King
found it.
c8, then you take the
Queen
queen,
takes
and pawn
queen.
b7 mate.
Yep. So this is not going to be a blowout.
We have a match.
Oh,
And in this
that's another
game,
mate.
I think these are both Vietnamese, I think. Yeah. The Vietnamese guys both destroyed their opponent.
They did. Now we see why they
Well,
did so good in their section.
Bao was in danger in the opening, but Strelok had no idea how to attack there. And both of
Strelok
these
seems
openings
to
were
attack
extremely
every
heated.
to sack every time,
Yeah,
and if Val can just live, then
but he doesn't know that h6 g7 is the plan there.
well, neither does Strelok apparently.
And I know you play this line as black. Where do you put your king after knight g5?
After knight g5, I go to f8.
f8. I always go to g8 there.
Yeah, I mean, g8 is fine too. It kind of
I
depends
think
what they have
g8
in
is
hand.
better because on g8 you are prepared for a knight drop on f7. And f8, the knight drop wins full rook and keeps the attack.
Yeah, makes
And on
sense.
g8 you're defending your rook with your king, so knight drop on f7 is
Oh,
just
that was
not
a
a
bit
threat at
poisoned.
all.
Bishop at h6 is interesting here. Although actually he is guarded in f7, so maybe he could just slide back. But if bishop at h6,
Yeah,
king takes is dangerous because of something
because of knight
like
e6.
knight e6. He found the move. Is he gonna find king to g8? He
Motopony is up
found
a
it.
lot of time.
Found it.
Impressive move.
Very
Is
impressive.
he waiting for material now? A pawn on g7 is good. A rook on g7 is even better. But it's hard for Motopony to get that.
Knight f6 for cat pawn. Oh, I
Now
don't
bishop
like that.
f2. Last game he played queen e2 to prevent bishop
Okay,
f2.
so if new knight at g4, I think the Vietnamese team is going to take this one.
Yeah, it was definitely a mistake to take on f2 because Bao already had this queen. It was way too dangerous. King
Does he not
f1
see
was
knight takes?
safe
Oh,
enough.
he sees it. Okay. Yeah, queen at f2.
Well, it's not forced mate yet.
It is
Even
not.
knight drop on e3 isn't mate, but you can just take
Just
probably something like queen
just
f7.
take the knight. Like any way works. Yeah, probably
But
queen takes knight is better because it threatens knight f2.
yeah, I think the best move is queen g2, but I don't expect that move to be played. because it's too complicated.
Yeah, queen g2 threatening, knight f2 also threatening, queen takes h1. Ooh, this I don't like. That's helping him.
Yeah, this only works if you're getting a lot of new trades.
Now queen takes knight, I think is the move.
Knight on f7, you mean?
Yeah. It's good to specify which knight. You're right. Oh, he found it.
Yeah. But he didn't waste a pawn.
So knight at f6 is still a good move for cat pawn.
Yeah. And also for
Oh,
Motopony.
and Motopony has found it.
It can also be a chess principle when your opponent wants to put a piece on a specific square and you decide you prevent it by putting a piece on that square yourself.
So Baokhoa, he could attack or defend. He could defend with something like, oh, I don't like that. I
You
was gonna,
wanted knight h6 defending
yeah,
the queen, right?
knight h6 was what I would have played. This trades the queen. His partner's actually safe. Oh, that is a really bad move though.
Why? Oh yeah, there.
Uh,
Of course.
yeah, he should have taken that because now his opponent is on
But he's still
initiative.
safe.
He even has like rook f1, which he found.
Oh, bishop f6 and you're still safe if you bow.
Yeah, but it's getting a little bit sketchy.
Cat
Maybe
pawn still has
knight
so
at
much.
h7
Oh,
is a try.
yeah, that's true. Definitely you don't go to g8 here. I would take it.
Whoa, that's mate. That was a missed opportunity for the
Would you
Vietnamese
like
team.
me to explain why you don't go to g8 there?
I think we can see why you don't go to g8 there. But that was a missed opportunity. The Vietnamese team was winning that game, and they threw away the win.
Yeah.
But our score at this point is 5-1, favoring Motopony and StrelokMasterok.
So yeah, I was going to say if I was black in that position after knight at h7, I would have taken the knight on h7 with the rook,
Yeah.
and then you can go to g8.
Yep, I agree. Like Strelok has picked up a pawn, but he
I
does have a
think
weakness on
Motopony
b7.
really overvalues a knight compared to a bishop. He's constantly trading his bishops for knights, which is often not improving his position.
Yeah, that's interesting. A lot of beginning players do think that knights are overpowered.
Yeah,
Because they don't see the advantages of bishops is you can attack and defend at the same time. So you drop
yeah,
in a check that defends it like a key square or something like that.
knights are great for blowout moves, and bishops are great for solid moves.
The time is helping them. This knight is huge. Although he can go to g8 and then h7. But we're probably going to
But now
see.
bishop f7, and then you
Bishop
move
there was
your knight
better.
somewhere. Yeah.
Knight takes e7 is the move.
If that pawn on f7
Oh,
was a bishop, then
don't
that
like that.
bishop would have been defending g6 square.
That was a missed mate for Motopony. But he may still mate.
Queen g4. King f6 is made because of knight e4. And now pawn is made, or bishop, either on h5 or on h7. Because again, king f6, knight e4,
94. Yeah,
or pawn e5.
that works. Our score is now 6-1.
Do you know what's sad?
What?
For me, it's 3:30 p.m. and I have to turn on a light because it's getting dark outside.
Wow.
It's not cool.
So Strelok seems to be a relentless attacker. which works out well when his opponents don't know how to defend. But when his opponents can defend, he's just kind of losing material.
To be fair, 90% of the under 2000 group does know how to defend.
Yeah.
Maybe you go knight f4 if you're Strelok to prepare g6.
That's a good try. I was also looking at h4. Was interesting.
I do like his move as well because this is threatening knight g5.
Yeah.
If you get a rook, I see mate because then rook h8 would probably be mate. And now
Maybe
I
pawn
think the
takes
plan is knight e7.
pawn takes g7 looks interesting.
But then pawn takes g5. Oh yeah, he wants this. He wanted that
Okay.
bishop for
Okay.
the
So
rook
that's
g8.
some other mate. Rook at g8,
Yeah.
followed by new knight at f7.
I wasn't expecting him to get this many pieces, but it was forced since he had more time.
And Motopony, I think he's a good enough player to know to stall. So our score is now 7-1.
And he's good enough to know when to feed.
Yeah. Which is
much
every
harder to
game.
do.
Every game, pretty much, because his partner's always attacking.
Yeah, but knowing when to stall is much easier than knowing when to feed and how to feed.
Very true. So,
and I think knowing how to feed and when to feed is, for both of us, a skill that we have.
it's one of my worst skills, I think.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
like,
it's true because you're slow, right?
yeah, I'm again, it's all relative. A lot of Bughouse players call me slow, but
Because you are slow.
I'm fast compared to a lot of people. But I don't pre-move, which means in certain parts of the game, I do not move as fast as others.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was going to say, with respect to feed-in, I'm much better at making solid moves and improving my position and winning pieces in general than
With respect to what did you say?
hunting for particular pieces. Say that again.
With respect to what did you say? Oh, to feeding.
With the feed-in, yeah, the feed-in pieces. If people get frustrated with me a lot when they ask for something and I don't quite get it for them. So I think relative to people who are around my rating, like 22 to 2300, I am not as good as most players that rate at feed-in. But obviously, I'm much better at like under 2000s at feed-in.
Yeah. Bishop f6 looks like a strong move.
Yeah. And it is being ignored.
Is not taking. Yeah, catpawn is not. Yeah, I'll restart that sentence. He's being slow at a wrong moment because this is a moment where trades from the other board are very bad for him. And
Right.
he should definitely keep moving to reduce the number of trades coming in from the other board.
Yeah. Ooh, taking
that
was risky. I think he's fine though. He can go to G1, H1.
Yeah, now just bishop G7. I do like knight H5 instead of knight G5 there.
Yeah, I agree. That would have been a strong move.
Even,
Also the light squares are weak as well, so something could have landed on H5 or G6.
And now Strelok can take on D4. And catpawn could have taken on F2 there. With so many pieces in hand, you have to do it.
He still can take on F2, and he still should.
Yeah.
And it mates, honestly.
Motopony is just ignoring defense there.
That was a maiden sequence. bishop takes pawn, because he had
Well, I
the
didn't see
resource of
yet,
queen h4, and then pawn at e3, and another queen
well,
could land in.
if he plays king f1 after taking on f2, it's like bishop takes f2, then immediately king f1. It's probably not made by force.
Oh, you're right. You're right. But it's a free material, and he
Yeah,
can
and
withdraw the bishop to make threats that way.
I do think there's a good chance that king takes f2 would have been played.
Yeah.
Because it's so natural.
Hey, Radon. Thank you so much for the subscription. Really appreciate it. Radon.
Rook b6 is nice.
Radon is a 4-player chess streamer. Also streams a lot of puzzles, and is quite good at Fog of War. And Radon is competing in this event. His team has progressed to this stage, the final stage. Radon, let me know when your match is scheduled for, because a lot of matches have not been put on the calendar. But I would like to cover your match, obviously, if it hasn't happened already.
If Motopony gets a rook, then there's rook f7.
Yeah, okay, ZH.
Never mind. I think they're going for the flag.
They probably are going for the flag. Strelok is attacking though, which always makes it a little easier on you to find.
I think
good
he's
moves.
just pretending to attack.
Oh, pretending to attack, just oh, and his opponent is
He's
just
being mated.
yeah, he's this is mate. Queen at e8.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Like I said, he was
So
pretending to attack.
the lower rated team has won another game here. So our score is now 7-2. Oh, Radon says I'm in the ChessCom chat, as if I'm supposed to watch this right there. Honestly, the way that I do it as an organizer is I don't pay much attention to that chat until the end of the week when we have to figure out who to forfeit if the matches haven't happened yet. And then I look to see who hasn't been talking or has been talking nonsense, stuff like that.
Maybe Motopony could have taken on e7 instead of on f4. I think that won a little bit of material.
Maybe
because on e7 he was attacking the queen.
So Strelok probably gonna sack.
Yeah.
Bishop takes g2.
Motopony is already in pure feed mode.
Yep.
And catpawn does not realize that.
And baokhoa says no trades, but far too late because the trades have already happened.
Knight e5 was definitely worse than a move like knight takes d4. Although Strelok does still need either a rook or a queen to actually make it work. And Motopony also has nothing here.
I think he can make it work without a rook or queen.
Yeah, but only if
just pawn takes. I play pawn takes f3. If queen takes, you can throw a knight in.
If it is defended badly.
Yeah, no, for sure, but it's going to be defended badly. So
yeah, that's true. Like I said, they don't know how to defend because they're in the under 2000 group.
Yeah, so if queen takes, knight takes, you put another pawn in.
We can see that
knight takes, bishop
Vietnamese
takes.
players are typing.
Yeah, so they're typing in the chat, which means they're not in a voice call. The Ukrainians are in a voice call, which benefits them greatly.
And combine that with their better skill or better knowledge or both. It does make sense why they are up 7-2.
For sure.
And soon 8-2.
Yeah, 4-player chess, I would like to cover your match as well. So let me know when that is happening. Oh, did you raid me or something? Because I know you were streaming. I didn't get a raid notification, but let me check to see if there was a raid. Nope. Okay. Good, I didn't miss something. So they're up about 24 seconds here. So
in Buckhouse time, they're up about a day.
Yeah, they're up an eternity. So it's odd that they're waiting. Might as well just move on to the next game. But maybe they're talking amongst themselves, trying to strategize for the next game.
Yeah.
There's no use strategizing for this game. It's already over.
You could, in theory, try the line after taking on e2, because then it's not forced mate yet. But you're still obviously losing that.
Yep. I see a rest in peace in the chat. They have resigned themselves to their death.
Or maybe not. They are going to try it. I agree with taking on f3, just threatening g2. It's the cleanest way to defend this. To attack this, I mean. There were 2 mates in one right there. Now there's 1. But he's just trying to flag. He's just giving the most random checks there are.
Yeah.
Completely giving up on the concepts of playing good moves.
Yeah, Strelok is just going for flag here.
No, Motopony is playing for flag. He just blunders almost every move.
They were both
everything.
They were both going for flag. Our score is now 8-2. So one more. So this could be match point if the Ukrainians are to win. I guess we could check to see if that other match is still going on. But I would imagine it is long over.
Yeah. I imagine they are averaging a game per 2 minutes or less. Should be done for over 10 minutes already.
There's a lot of options for Motopony. Honestly, I like just h5. I would just develop.
I'm leaning towards knight f5.
Knight?
And then...
Okay, well, he's followed your way of doing things.
And here I thought maybe knight d5. Preparing queen h4. Wow.
Okay, he's playing.
Maybe I should stop saying moves. Maybe these guys are just listening to the chat.
No, that's a great line. That's a good find. The now knight check is quite good.
No, I think it's actually. I think he actually saw it by himself.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So
but
you should wait for pawn. Pawn at f2.
Yeah.
Is quite good. Pawn at f2, and he should play king h2.
He wants to win a queen.
Don't like that.
Yeah, he wants king h1, knight f2, but he does give
bishop at g5
some initiative now.
Bishop at g5.
Now knight b7 is dangerous. But this is also working. But I think knight b7 was even better. What?
Yeah, he didn't want the queen.
He wanted knight f2. I just said it, but he just doesn't care about winning the queen, I guess.
You just push that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
If cat pawn put that pawn on f2, he would be losing to rook h1.
Maybe take the rook. Knight takes rook. I don't like that.
Knight d4. It's a move late, but still decent move.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay, but I would rather play knight takes rook and threaten some counterattacks. Thanks for the follow from Mingdang1503. Really appreciate it.
I think it makes sense to spend one move here on defense and then go back to attacking. If you're cat pawn.
So the Ukrainians are up a ton of time.
But the
Vietnamese are actually up on material. And if cat pawn can survive this attack, then they have very good chances at winning.
Cat pawn is probably outplaying his opponent Motopony this game, but
yeah, he is. Yeah. But time is a factor.
Just getting destroyed on the clock, and there's rook c8 coming now, maybe on the other board.
Queen at c1. Queen at c1 is a good idea to make the rook come in.
No, bishop c4, I guess. If you take on c6 and he takes back, then there's... Oh no, you don't have a knight for knight b7. But that's game right there.
That was match point. So final score is 9-2. They're saying it's 9-1. Was there an abort in there? I don't think. I think it was 9-2.
Yeah, it was 9-2. 9-2.
Okay, favoring Motopony and StrelokMasterok. Okay, let's...
Well, shout out for you in chat.
Thank you. Let's see. So I don't see anything else on the calendar for many hours, like
Yeah.
5 hours here. But the calendar probably is not being updated either.
Yeah, we'll check the scheduling page.
Yeah, if you know of any other matches coming up, let me know. And it looks like, oh, maybe I can I open this on here and it not open on the other ones? Let me see if that works. Oh, it works. Okay, now I can look at these chats and see if there's some things coming up. Some people talking about whether they
Nothing
posted
today
on
that
the
I could
schedule
see.
forum.
No. I will check the results from the other match, by the way. Just in case it wasn't 9-0. No, definitely it was 9-0.
It was 9-0.
Or maybe 10-0. Or 11-0. Let's see.
I'm looking at...
4, 5, 6,
Oh, yeah,
7,
it's
8,
10 now.
9. 10-0, yeah.
They played 10, but it's 9-0.
They almost played 11.
Okay, well, I guess we don't have anything else to watch immediately, so
No.
I should look for someone to raid. Do you have any interest in streaming now? Because if you did, I could raid you with some viewers. Otherwise, we'll probably
I
raid...
like the offer, but no, I'm still in my pajamas, so I'm not going to put on my webcam.
Okay. So yeah, the Zara of the Brain is streaming, so that's an option. Is playing 2-minute Crazy House. Let me check the chess category to see if I
Oh
recognize
yeah, I won
everyone
the
else.
tournament yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
That's good.
congratulations. I saw you were streaming that.
Hourly
Streaming the
Crazy House.
Crazy House Arena.
Yeah. I think it's the only 2-minute arena every day.
Oh, so you won the same tournament that she's playing right now?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
24 hours ago I won it, yeah.
Oh, I see. That's nice.
I think I won it 2 days ago as well.
Okay, I don't see anyone else streaming variants at the present moment, unless anyone in my chat wants to start a stream. Like I know Radon's in my chat here. If none of you want to start a stream, then we'll raid Zara of the Brain, who's streaming some Crazy House. So she does stream in Russian, but you don't necessarily have to understand what she's saying to appreciate the Crazy House. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, fun fact by the way, I think it's next week that, I want to say on Monday, where I'm going to be on her channel for a player interview.
Oh, yeah. She wanted to do an interview with me. I haven't quite worked out a good schedule for that yet, but she's been doing a series of interviews. I know she's interviewed Ganesh, she's interviewed Zizon, she's interviewed
Bugzilla?
Bugzilla, I think. She's interviewed a few other people, and they're very interesting interviews. Good to see the history of Bug House and Crazy House from the old timers. So one last shout out to my co-commentator, It's Me Chark, who is competing in the open section of the Bug House World Championship. Is quite good at Bug House and Crazy House and streams a few times a week. So definitely check him out, drop him a follow. If you haven't followed
and
me
he's
yet.
smart, hilarious, and very handsome.
Smart, hilarious, very handsome. Very true. If you haven't followed me yet, appreciate a follow so you get notified of my future streams. I stream mostly Bughouse, 4-player chess, Buzzrose Puzzle Battle, and some other variety games. We're going to send you to Zazara of the Brain, who's streaming some Crazy House, which is another fun game which involves capturing pieces that you can later drop. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great afternoon, or a great morning, I guess, for me. Have a great morning. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Great.